Get on Beybladers, Blade Bay X here, and today I'm building the best plastic gen combos I can for not each character from the series, but all the ones I have multiple Beyblades for. This is in preparation for a tournament video I've been wanting to make for a while, but instead of just doing the stock combos, I thought it'd be cool to take some multiple bays from certain characters and trying to mash together the best combination I can out of their different generations of Beyblade. So starting off, we've got the main man, the main protagonist, the 3 times triple champ, Tyson. We've got 3 Dragoons here. We've got Dragoon S, Dragoon V in a fancy silver plastic recolor, and we have Dragoon V2. Now, straight up, I'm just going to tell you, Dragoon S and Dragoon V2 are 2 of the best Beyblades you can buy if you're trying to make sweet combos. Dragoon V2, its base, it's just so good. You can do so much with its customized base. It's really good for taking like different tips and stuff and cores out of other blades to get a nice low down profile with a part that can use support parts. But because I'm limited to just Dragoon parts, he doesn't really have great support parts. So I'm taking the core from Dragoon V2 and I'm chucking that straight onto the Dragoon S grip base, because that thing's got a super low profile, it's super aggressive, and it's like the epitome of what a Dragoon Beyblade should be doing, is getting underneath people and attacking. Now, if I'm honest, I don't know what I'd be taking from Dragoon V. His weight disc is the same as V2's, 10 wide, decent weight disc, but the attack ring I don't think is quite as good as V2. I would have taken it because I like how thin the slopes are for upper attack, but at the same time it's thinner, it's more fragile, and being made out of like a metallic kind of plastic, they're just high risk for plastic gen Beyblades. So I opted to go with the V2 attack ring, even if just not to destroy my Beyblade during the filming of the video. I think this is a sweet combo, and I already had it in mind when I was thinking about this video. So that's Dragoon done. Next up is our boy Max. We got 3 Drasil bays here, Drasil S, F, and V2. Now, a little look into my childhood. Drasil was my main blade back when I was a kid. I used to use the base from S, the 10 heavy weight disc, because that's probably one of the best standard kind of like weight discs you can get for plastic gen. And I'd use the F attack ring. Now, was it Fortress? Now, people don't rate that attack ring. If I'm honest, I don't really rate that attack ring, but it looked cool. It was like the epitome, and I was between 8, 10, 12 years old at the time, so I just went with what I thought looked cool. Now, I was never into Drasil V2 before. I didn't like the sudden change of design for attack rings, but I think I'm going to go with it for this combo. I think it's, well, in the anime it's meant to be more versatile and all that. It can smash attack and this, and it does, but I think out of all the Drasil attack rings, it's the one that probably loses the least amount of stamina each time it gets hit. So we're going to go with that attack ring. I'm going to go with the Drasil S or Drasil Shield blade base, but I'm going to take the 2 ball bearings for F, and I'm going to chuck that into the S one for extra weight, which if you're doing any like plastic gen tournaments, it's completely legal. Now, we can just put the core back in, but unlike Drasil F, this is actually compatible with most regular cores, so we can take the Neo right one from Drasil V2 with the metal weight in the middle of it, or the metal core, to add a little bit more weight, which is great for our defense type, who's definitely going to just be trying to tank out in the middle of the ring, hoping not to get, or the stadium, sorry, trying not to get KO'd. So there we are, V2, F, and S all in one bay, and that's Drasil done. Next up is our favorite bad boy, Kai. Got a few options here for Kai, S, F, V and V2, and of course we should probably just go with Black Dranza being the strongest Beyblade ever, but that would be unfair to everyone else. So let's make a combo here. Now, the main choice I have to make here is between the two bases, Dranza S or Spiral and Dranza V2 have similar gimmicks, but they kind of work in reverse, and the order in which they do it is better using the Drasil S, because that goes from attack to stamina, whereas Drasil V2 is kind of like meant to go the opposite way around, which is kind of counterintuitive for what you want to do if you do survive that long in a match. Attack ring wise, my favorite Dranza attack ring is Dranza F. I think it's a great attack ring. The main problem is that F kind of stands for fragileness. It's an easy one to break. Now V has got thick upper attack, but I'll be straight up, there's not much at all I like about V. I'm not a big fan of any of the V series Beyblades for the Bay Breakers. If you look at them all side by side, the profile on V2 and F is much better, and I think V2 is a great attack ring, but would probably just end up with Dranza V2 if I was just picking what I thought was straight up the best stock blade. Now you look here, the base on V, the best thing about it is it's kind of free spinning because of the magnets, but I don't think it's that great. I'm not a big fan of its metal tip. I don't think it's got good balance. It's easy to topple. It's quite tall. I really like the Dranza S base. I think it's got good life after death. I think in attack mode it's brilliant. It used to be an absolute terror in the playground, like when we actually got to play in like a stadium when we were kids, because we just played in everything, like on the floor, just in your mum's bathtub or whatever. But so we've gone for the V2 base, 10 balance weight disc, and Dranza F attack ring, which I think is a pretty sweet combo. No, Black Dranza. Awesome. So now we're going on to my favorite series of Beyblades, which is the Drigger family, or Ray's Beyblades. So I've got all of them apart from the heavy metal. What was it called in heavy metal again? Drigger Metal Slash, I think. Now this is probably my favorite part of all the Drigger Beyblades, is the Tiger Defensor attack ring from Drigger S. I think it's such a good attack ring. Great upper attack if that you want to make a more aggressive blade. Great survivability. It's fantastic for compact combos. Drigger V, we ain't using anything from that. There's nothing that really is great. We thought the attack ring was going to be good because it just looked like Tiger Defensor but bigger, but it's not. Most people don't really like Drigger F, but I kind of think its base can do some work. I think it's erratic and it doesn't grip much, but like if it gets some smashes in early on, I think it's a good base for an aggressive Beyblade. V2 is the hardest one to do anything with because it's just a perfect combo already. G, we do not need the blade base. Engine gear bases are not good. But we've got another 10 balance and the triple tiger or triple upper tiger, I forget, sorry, as a brilliant attack ring as well. But I think the best base is the one on the bottom of V2, but I don't really want to use that base without the support parts, and it doesn't make much sense using those support parts without using the matching attack ring, because they work like perfectly together. You see it here with the Tiger Defensor. Tiger Defensor is a great attack ring. Does not look like it should be on top of that base here with those support parts. And Drigger G is even funnier on the top of it. You get a kind of one lineup on it, and then you get what looks like it'd be the worst recoil in the world, and then you've got this kind of like odd one sticking out. Doesn't aesthetically look great, and it's a very inconsistent performance. I've messed around with this combo before, and it's fun, but I don't think it's going to win Ray the tournament. So we're going to do something a bit different here. We're going to stick two combos together and we'll battle to see who makes it into the tournament. So I like the idea of having Tiger Defensor on here, but to be honest, if you've seen any of my Beyblade TikToks, I love Tiger Defensor. I make too much content with Tiger Defensor in it, so I'm going to give this G, Triple Tiger, a chance. So it's going to be F base with Triple Tiger. They both got matching weight discs against V2. So yeah, let's see who gets the place in the tournament. Boom, V2 gets in there, holds the center straight out. And that's what I mean, if that F base can get an attack in early, it's so good. And with that Triple Tiger on top of it, this is a good bit of back and forth. V2 is trying to get in the center of the ring, and it keeps going, taking it 1-1. Who is going to get the match? They're chasing each other around. See, V2 can ride the Tornado Ridge as well. He decent for his own attacks. He's not just a stamina in the middle, but he gets smashed a bit hard, takes an uppercut, and he's out. Next on to sorry. I just forgotten his name. Is it Spencer with Seaborg? So this is a super easy combo to make, and it's a really good one if you just want to buy 2 Beyblades and make a good almost stock combo. At least it's got a match color wise. I'd recommend getting a different weight disc if you can, because you don't get any good particular weight discs with these as stock. So you want to take the tip out of the bottom of your Seaborg 1, use something blunt, like I used my paintbrush tip. Don't start poking any sharp things in there, because that's the only way you're really going to damage the rubber tip. Turn that bad boy upside down. It's going to be a great grippy attack type base then. So we've got 8 wide or 8 heavy. We're going to go with 8 heavy because this is a smash attacker with a little bit of up attack, but it's a smasher. So we want to get these boys out fast, so weight does make a difference with this kind of Beyblade. So again, I love this combo. I think it's a great one. And there we are, Seaborg done. Alright, straight on to his teammate Thaler with Warborg. Here I have my absolute failure of a Warborg 3 or Uriel. Literally broke the first time I used it, which is I was about to say unanimous for ubiquitous. It's famous for breaking very quickly and very easily, having that awful gold plastic. I do like the attack ring on it though, which I'll probably use in this if it wasn't so likely to break. But we've got great parts in Warborg 1 and 2. The palm tip in Warborg 1 I think is one of the best in all of Plastic Gen, and the base in Warborg 2 is super nice and low down. The only thing that would make this base better is if it took support parts. Then I'd probably pick it over the Dragoon V2 base, customized base more. Now I'm going to go again with weight over the wide weight disc, because it doesn't make too much difference and the extra weight is helpful. We're going for Warborg 2's attack ring because it's got better upper attack. It's not as compact in the profile as Warborg 1, but it's a pretty cool attack ring. So here we are with Ozuma. Yeah, I think it's Ozuma, leader of the Saint Shields, with Flash Leopard 1 and 2. Flash Leopard 1 is one of my favorite bays ever. I think the attack ring is awesome. Panther Claw is not quite, but almost as good as Tiger Defensor. But unlike Tiger Defensor, it comes stock in black and it looks badass. It's got that wider profile. I really like it. To be honest, I really like Flash Leopard all around. The kind of semi-flat base, metal core, really good. The tip on Flash Leopard 2 sucks. It cannot grip, loses balance easy, and with its attack ring you really shouldn't be using them together because it's a smash attack ring and it's going to lose balance and stamina super quick. So we're going to stick with the base and the core from Flash Leopard 1. We're also going to keep the weight disc from 1 because it's a bit heavier. 2 good weight discs, 10 balance, 10 heavy. But yeah, 10 heavy wins. Probably the best weight disc in the format. Unless you start using like wide defense, wide survive, and not wide attack. But we're going to go with the Flash Leopard 2 attack ring here, just to mix it up a little bit and get in those heavy smash attacks. And here's a funky one. So we got Hero, Tyson's older brother. Everyone would have seen Metal Trigger in the anime. You might not have seen Metal Drums, or I can't remember if they show it in a flashback or early on in a season 2 maybe, but I think that one was from his first appearance in the Game Boy, I think it was Game Boy Color game. So Metal Drums, which I think is a really good like stock Beyblade as it is, but we're switching one thing out. And if you know Metal Trigger, you probably know what I'm talking about. We're getting that magnet core out of Metal Dronza, and yeah, we don't need this weight disc. That's not the part I'm talking about. We're going straight for the heavy metal core in Metal Trigger. I don't know why they didn't put this part in more Beyblades. It's so good. Just like the easiest part to make metal, add weight to your Beyblades, and it just instantly makes them like into monsters. Like one of the best parts I think they've ever made. And unfortunately at the moment I only have one of them because I've only got one Metal Trigger. But yeah, I've actually used it inside Metal Dronza before. I think it's really cool little combo, really aggressive. So yeah, I hope this one manages to maybe snatch its first matchup. But there we are, that is the last of our combos that we needed to prepare for our tournament. Please subscribe to know when it goes up, like, comment, share, all the good YouTube stuff. Peace!